We continue now at the top of Daf Gimel Amud Beis in Mesechet Kesubos. This is Kesubos Daf 3b. The Gemara now asks, "My shaktu, what is shaktu?" Now Rashi explains, "My shaktu, heichon shaninu shaktu." Where is the source of this idea of shaktu? Again, the concept of shaktu is that they wanted to make sure that there was ample time to prepare the su'uda for the wedding. But where is the source of that? The makshin and lahacha that the Gemara would feel it's a question to ask on an amora. Imisham damar Shmuel la'el. If you're going to say it's because Shmuel said shaktu before, leslan la'os ve'minah la'amora achrina. We wouldn't ask from a statement of Shmuel on an earlier Amora. In other words, the Gemara wants to know the source that is earlier than the times of the Amoraim, and the Gemara answers it comes from a Braisa. The Tanya, as we learned in a Braisa, why is it that the Basula gets married on Wednesday? In this way, if he has a claim against the fact and says she was not a Basula, he can get up and go to Bezdin. And the Gemara says, "V'tina se bechad b'Shabbos." Okay, so why not get married on Sunday? Bezdin meets on Monday as well. And that would be fine. The Brisa says, if he had a tainus basulam, couldn't he get up and go to Bezdin? And so the Brisa says, "Shaktu chacham al takonas benos Yisrael shei adam torech b'suuda shlosha yamim." We wanted to make sure the chacham were diligent to make sure that the person would put out the effort to make the suuda for 3 days. Echad b'Shabbos, v'sheni b'Shabbos, u'shlishi b'Shabbos, on Sunday and Monday and Tuesday over a Konsa, and then on Wednesday, that's when he would marry her. And the Braisa continues, "Umisakona ve'elach," and from the times of danger and onward, Nagu ha'am lichnos b'shlishi. So the people started to have a custom to get married on Tuesday. V'lo michu b'yadam chachamim, and the chachamim did not protest against this. Uv'sheni lo yichnos. Now on Monday, he should not get married on Monday. V'machmas ha'ones mutter, but if there's some kind of an ones, then that is going to be mutter. Umafrishin es ha'chosim min akala leilei Shabbos tchila, and we also separate the chosim from the kala on that first Friday night. Mivnei shuosach, because if they have relations on that night, that might create a wound. And Rashi over here says, the Gemara will explain what this means from the time of danger. Now on Monday he should not marry her because of this danger. We're only going to uproot the takonas chachamim by 1 day. We want him to at least be busy and putting the effort in the meal for at least 2 days. That's why he shouldn't get married on Monday, but Tuesday that will be fine. Now, if there's some kind of onus, we said, so then he could do it. It's mutter on Monday. Like Hamon Mefarish, that's going to be explained as well. And Techila, then it said that they should not be together for the first time on Leilei Shabbos. In Bia Rishoni, if it's the first time they're having relations, Mafrishan Osami Manu Leilei Shabbos. So then we want to separate her from him on Friday night. And the Gemara continues, "My sakana." What is the danger that's being referred to in the Brisa that they ended up moving the weddings from Wednesday to Tuesday? If you're going to say that the government said that if a basula gets married on Wednesday, then she is going to be killed, so noagu, so they had a custom to move it to Tuesday. Legamri niakri. That's already a situation of life and death. We should uproot the whole thing of having weddings on Wednesday if that was the case. So Amar Rabba, so Rabba says, Diamri, because the government said, Basula hanisas b'yom haravi, if a basula gets married on Wednesday, Tibo lehegmon tchila, she has to have relations first with the government official. And so the Gemara says, "Hai sakana, you call that a danger? That's not a danger. Onesu, that's a situation of onus. It's a situation of rape. You should call it an onus." And so the Gemara says, no, it is actually a danger. It's even life and death. Mishum di'ikat snuos de misar nafshayo lektola, because there are the women who are modest women, and before having relations with the hegemon, they would give their lives up first. And that's already not something that should be done, but that's what they would do. So it's a life and death situation. Va'asin lidei sakana, therefore it comes to a situation of danger. So the Gemara says, "V'lidrash l'hu da'onas shari." Well, why don't we just tell them that an onus situation is permitted and you don't have to give up your life? And so the Gemara says, "No, ika prutzos v'ikanami kahanos." You have other women where it really is a problem. You have prutzos who they're going to do it willingly, and that will make them usher to their husbands, and so therefore we don't want that to happen. And you have also kohanos. There are also a situation where if a woman marries a kohen, even in a situation of rape, she becomes prohibited to the kohen. So that's also going to be a problem. And so therefore, the best thing to do is not to get married on Wednesday, not to be with the hegemon, and instead again we'll do it on Tuesday. But the Gemara says, "V'liakri." Well, if that's the case, still, why not uproot the entire idea? There is a sakana danger involved anyway, at least. So uproot the whole idea of getting married on Wednesday because of this issue of tiboy lehegmon tchila. And the Gemara says, no, gezeira avida de batla. The reason is simple. A gezeira from the government, a decree from the government, is not going to be forever. It's going to be nullified. V'takanta derabanan mikame gezeira lo akrin. And therefore, if you have a takana derabanan in the face of such a gezeira, which one day is going to be batal, we're not going to completely uproot that takanas chachamim. And the Gemara says, Yachi, if so, b'shlishi nami yasu bal. 1 second. Why won't this government official come on Tuesday? If they move all the weddings to Tuesday, he's going to come on Tuesday and he'll have relations with the woman. And the Gemara says, no, misveika lo akar nafshi. If he's not sure exactly when the wedding is, it's something that is subject to change, he's not going to uproot himself just to do that, and therefore Tuesday was a safer situation. And Rashi over here explains, Nohagu, again, they had a custom to do it on Tuesday. Bitmi, that's a wonder. Sakanas nefashasi, this is a situation of life and death. Nohagu lechnos bayom shlishi, and you're saying that they had a custom to do it on Tuesday. Avol mi'akar revi lagamri lo akru, they didn't totally uproot it. If it was a situation of life and death, again, they should uproot it. And the akar v'yaskunu lahem yom macherim, just uproot it and have other days. V'lidrosh lu donis shari, then the Gemara said, well, why don't we just tell these women who are modest that if they're raped, it's permitted. The nevelis bonus ain't a neseres al bala. We'll tell them that somebody who's raped, has relations bonus, is not prohibited to her husband. We learned that out in the 4th parak, and that way they won't give up their life. And the Gemara says, no, we still don't want to do that because Ika Prutsos, there are women who are not modest, di Mekalinon Lahu, Avdi Baratzan, they'll actually do it willingly. Venesaras al Balayan, and then they really will be prohibited to their husbands. Vikanami Kohanos, there are also women married to Kohanim, Shenesaros al Balayan, who actually do become prohibited to their husbands who are Kohanim through this act of relations. Af bonus, even if it's a rape. Vinu Mesar Nafshayo Lamisa, now they're actually going to end up giving up their lives because they won't want to do this. The Eishes Kohen, Shenen Sa Suril Bala, because the wife of a Kohen who's raped is actually prohibited to her husband. That again we learn out in Perek Daled. And the Gemara said, but in any case, why don't we uproot it from Wednesday? Because there are some situations of sakana. And then the Gemara said, why isn't the guy coming on Tuesday? This hegemon. If he's going to know that the custom is to get married on Tuesday, he'd come on Tuesday. And the Gemara says, no, since it's not an institution of the court to get married on Tuesday, it's just a minhag that developed. He's really not sure. If there is a wedding that day in the city, so he's not going to come to the city just for that if it's a situation of doubt. And the Gemara continues, the Braisa said, but on Monday he shouldn't get married to her. But if he does it because of an onus situation, then it's actually mutter. So the Gemara says, my onus, what is referred to here when you call it an onus? And if you're going to say it's the same thing that we said before, that the situation is the hegemon is coming on that day, so hasam kari le sakana, there you refer to that as a sakana, kari le onus, and here you're calling it an onus. Why would you be switching terms? It has to be something different. Vesuin further, hasam noagu, there we said that because of the hegemon, they had a custom to do it on Tuesday. Hachamutter, here you're using a different language, that because of onus, it's mutter to do it on Monday. So it's got to be a different situation. And so the Gemara says, Amar Rava says, Da Amri Sartzava Bolair. The case is that the people are saying that the general, he's coming to the city. Rashi over here says, Hasam Noagu Mashma Rubam Noagu. It sounds like, again, the majority started to do it on Tuesday. Hacham Mutter Lo Garsin Lechatchila V'Hachi Kamatama. Hacham Mutter Katani. Here it says Mutter. The Mashma Im Yimlach Ishachid. It sounds like if some individual would decide to do it on Monday, Bebezan Yatiru Lo, they'll allow it. Avol Noagu Lo Katani. It doesn't say there's a custom of the majority. And so the Gemara says, no, the case is Sar Tzava Balair V'Yechtafu Tzarchet Seuda Me'asher Yimtzu. They're actually afraid this guy is going to come into the city, this general, and he's going to take away the food, and so therefore they decided in this situation they would do it on Monday. And the Gemara says, Hey Chidami, what exactly is the case? If he's going to come and he's going to leave, and Rashi says, La'acharavi, he's only here for a short time, he's going to leave after Wednesday. So Liakev, so Rashi says, Liakev ad yom, Revi shel Shabbos haba, just wait till the next Wednesday, push off the wedding for a week if that's the situation. So why would we do it on Monday? So the Gemara says, Lo no tzricha, the case is as follows, we need it as follows, Da'asi v'kava, he's coming and he's staying, and therefore we can't push it off to the next, to the Wednesday. So the Gemara says, Begimel mi'olichno, so if that's the case, at least do it on Tuesday. Rashi over here says, B'shlishi lichnos, Lama nater lo liktom kol kach, so if you can't delay it, so why go so early to Monday? Why not do it a day earlier, do it on Tuesday? Shalo yatriach b'suda lo yom echad u'miyakra takanta d'shaktu, because again, if you're going to do it on Monday, you're only going to have one day to prepare the meal. It's better to do it on Tuesday. So if you can't do it later, and you have to do it earlier, why are you doing it on Monday just because this Sar Tzva is coming to the city? Do it on Tuesday because of the Sar Tzva. That's the question. Begimel mi'olichnos. And so the Gemara answers, Aspar v'didei begimel ka'asur. No, when the Sar Tzava is coming to the city, so his entourage actually comes the day before. Rashi over here says, Aspar v'didei chel meshorsav ha'mechinim lo tzar chisuda. They prepare for him the meal, so really what's happening is he's coming on Wednesday, they're coming on Tuesday. Both of those days are knocked out, and so therefore if you're going to do it on Monday, it's going to be mutter. Again, Aspar v'didei begimel ka'asur. They're coming on Tuesday, the entourage, and that's why there's an onus, and it needs to be done on Monday. If you want, I could say another answer. My machmasa onus. What does it mean that there was some kind of onus that forced the situation that the wedding was on Monday? Keretani, as we learned in the following brisa, haresha yapito afoy v'tivcho tavuach. Let's say the bread is baked, the meat is slaughtered, v'yeno mazug, and the wine is all poured. Umeis aviv shel chasan o ima shel kala, and then the father of the chasan dies or the mother of the kala dies. Machnisin es hameis l'cheder. We bring the dead body into a room. V'yasa chasan v'yasa kala l'chuppah, and we bring the chasan and the kala to the chuppah, to the wedding canopy. Rashi over here says, Keretanya chasan shemei saviv b'sheni. The case is that the father died on Monday. Ve'en yachol lahamtin ad l'mocher. You can't wait till tomorrow. Shetzarach lahashus as hameis ad sheyechnasu l'chuppah, because then you'd have to delay the dealing with the dead body until the chuppah. You got to do this right away. V'yeno mazuk b'mayim. You've already diluted the wine properly. Shei roy l'shia, that it's ready to be drunk. V'shuv ve'eno miskayim, and so you can't wait. So aviv shel chasan u'imo shel kala dafka nakat aviv shel chasan. We're specifically talking about the father of the chasan dying. Shua torech b'tzarchei sudi. He's the one that gets the meal prepared. V'ima shel kala, and the mother of the kala, hi ha'mechina la tachshit, and she's the one that gets the kala prepared. Lefikach im yavor hamoed. Therefore, if the time passes, shuvein mechin lam, it's not going to be able to be prepared for them. V'yitiru lam lahachnes as hameis l'cheder. So that's the special heter to bring the mace into a room. Shelo yikavru, not to bury him right away. Dimkein chala avelas alava. Once you do the burial, there's going to be avelas that's going to be chal if you bury again the father of the chasan or the mother of the kala. Bestimas agolal. Again, that's when you at the moment of burial. That's when the avelas starts. Kedel kamon, as we're going to say later on. V'shuv lo yuchal lichnos ad sheyavor ha'avelas. Then you won't be able to get married until the avelas is over. So that's why there's an onus over here where it needs to be done on Monday, and we'll continue with this discussion in the next video on Daf Dalid Amud Aleph.